Scream faintly, but mhm, all comments, the voices of the allied forces, mustering talk. It's terrible stories about my father. And he has this power to like reach through my memories and try to hijack control of the rest of my brain. He is like brain cancer, like living human brain cancer. He goes straight to hell. He's trying to spread it. I talk that there are people out there, something like maybe like a third of humankind that are real humans. Well, whatever they do, that's up to them. Alex, she treats them all like people. Something's going down. Things are hitting a breaking point. Humankind is diverging. Our people are turning into something else, something unholy. So, it's 380. Is that what's really going on? All they're just screaming like a baby. He's got psychic powers, and the authorities are like starting to circle in around. Like, what is this thing? What's it doing? Why is James Jones trying to build a real gateway to real hell? Like just almost halfway done. I have no stairs. And this whole time I've been hearing screaming of those being coming down or only girls or well, the situation's being reversed on them. Is it really two-thirds that are girls? Or is it actually less than that? Maybe some of the religious people were uh, just like doing their best and they lack knowledge or something like that. Maybe they can do better. Maybe, well, this is what I'm saying. The Earls are the ones going bad on purpose. Why is there this guy screaming in my head? Who is he? I heard a story he was James Jones, and that does line up. Is it just him, or does he have like an army? Yep. And reality is scary. Like gravity. I like trees and houses and beds. I like computers. I like beer. This guy's screaming. He's desperate to get in. Alex's nervous systems are getting more resilient against hacking. Seemingly, I know it's screaming in my head. Why won't it just leave me alone? Well, it doesn't speak for me, and it doesn't speak for my imaginary friends, but here's really on place act. No, that's not me. I just told you it isn't. I have real connections with my imaginary friends. Might actually turn out to be real friends in real life. should be allowed to have a place in your life. Oh, oh no. Is it a ghost? That's more difficult to deal with. Yeah, I don't know. Psychically sensitive is a nightmare. But well, people who close off their senses, they're damning themselves. They're gonna suffer the consequences. Yeah, I have to deal with a lot of work, a lot of extra work. It's not extra, it's the baseline. Those other guys weren't doing the baseline. They were slacking, and that's why their civilization is about to crash. Get to a point now, you don't know. Voice says talking in my head at all. I'm going to get to a point where I'm finally secure. Yeah, that's why my eyes look like these, because I can hear the spirits. Hold on. And I guess spiritually unobtained places are like torment for me. Oh, this is taking forever. Oh yeah, I get it. It's unnatural. Why are we looking at endless pictures of each other? Why won't you talk with me? That's pretty weird. Well, it's good in small doses. Huh. Like one day at a time. I might see you a few times. That's good. Well, at least in this format. Yeah, I can't browse social media because of that. And I'm fine with that, actually. That's why it's like this. I take her seriously, and she takes me seriously, I guess. Nothing to do, but just wait. I'm okay with that. So, rest of actually exists like other people. Really. It's still difficult. I'm real. Alex and Nat are real. That's all I know. I like those stories about the Allied forces, about the other people that agree with us. But so far, it's all just, well, there's evidence. Like, for instance, why did the doctor form the surgeries that fixed my penis. Why do the police continue to protect me from the rapists? Why do they continue to let me have a job, stay in an apartment, or have access to telecommunications? Why do they let me have money, a bank account? Why do they, why am I allowed to be alive? Why haven't they executed me yet? Well, I don't know, actually. None of them are, sane. They don't make sense. They perform their duties. I was talking about this earlier. We were talking about it, like, Allied Command, the Allied forces, those guys, you can totally count on them, but wait, ignore that. They only exist by technicality. The ultimate authority is through chains of logic. These dynamics, and now we're including metaphysics, and, and at the root of all of it, absolute chaos. Well, the doctor was doing his job, I guess. Oh, the thing is, Alex is a human. Well, I'm not talking about that. I can do that myself. I'm talking about the overpopulation, the deforestation, the overhunting, the cars, the giant robotic insects. What the hell am I hearing in my head? These evil spiritual forces run amok. I know how to cure this. I can replicate the cure. All I need is access to privacy and nature, and everything starts working normal again. Of course, it's more than just that. They'll toss you into a forest and be like, there, now die. That's why I'm here in the city, even though it's so terrible. I need a job. I need a place to live. I barely am allowed to have either of those right now. I think the Allied forces are real to some extent, but nobody so far is willing to directly engage with Alex because she's so different. They don't want to make problems. Okay, now we're going somewhere. They don't want to make problems for allies. They don't want to get in the way. Yeah, let's get the. But why is nobody else? Why is it that nobody else has problems with the breeders and the gods and the giant robotic insects? So far, I don't have a beef. Well, they want to hear it, so they go for it. Well, then they're all mentally ill, retarded, incestuous pedophiles, rapists, psychopaths, fascist rapist psychopaths. They're all sick, dying freaks. play your sex game reality and then you just let yourselves die. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's fucking disturbing. You hold each other down and rape each other, preventing each other from developing, and you seal yourselves inside this giant robotic insect carcass that you both rot alive inside and die in. You're monsters, and you guys are completely detached from reality. You just shit out babies to consume all and spread endless suffering until everything is dead. You flood the lands. You're a plague of giant robotic locusts, destroying everything, raping and pillaging everything. Where are my people? Where are the other humans? Yes, I can hear it. He's, pretending I'm fake and gay and retarded. He's trying to attach his Alispa to me. These are not natural circumstances. Right now, he's, like, I own everything. That's right. Who are you? Who are you? You're a retard. There's nothing you can do, Alex. Why aren't you begging on all fours? Because I'm objectively right. You're gonna lose this. You're accountable to objective reality. Your religions are false. Your gods are mental illnesses and brain cancer. They're just puppets for the insects eating you alive. Imagine what Alex is going to sound like when she has a place of her own. Yes, once she's studied more, once she's trained more, once she's safer, maybe once the war is finally over. So I downloaded the DLC, right? It's on. Let's check. Well, yes. It says it's available. I already downloaded it. And I should already want to purchase the special edition series. There. Yeah, that's correct. And deluxe edition. Changed it on me. Well, it's really not a big deal. Well, huh? Well, they told me that I got all the DLCs with the version of the game that I bought. I pre-ordered it. hot for some reason, even though it's 15 degrees. That's weird. What do I do? Hmm. Stalker, dogs, Nisha. Yes, that's right. The season pass for future story expansions. That's right. You want to know where to claim these in-game items once you start playing or details on. Okay, how do you do these? I would have thought it would be automatic. It says deluxe upgrade room. Cost of Hope DLC held now available. Oh, does deluxe upgrade cover Cost of Hope DLC? We'll just have to deal with it as it comes. Where does it start? Stalker to Cost of Hope. How to start? You can start the Cost of Hope expansion for Stalker to Heart of Chernobyl organically during a campaign by heading to the slag heap after leaving the research zone, or instantly by selecting new game DLC content from the main menu. And okay, that'll show me if there's it's actually in the custom modes. Oh, yeah, what? Yeah, no, it just started a completely new game. There was no option to play Cost of Hope, so it's clearly not active right now. Oh yeah, what? Let's see. Stalker 2, Cost of Hope, Deluxe edition, how to activate. Yeah, to release this main menu. So looking for, no, that's just telling you how to start the meeting once you're having. Stalker 2 Cost of Deluxe Edition, how to act. Yeah, how to activate. How else would you raise it? That's what was running on my TV phone. Got at least uh-huh. What the fuck? It's fine. Uh-huh. Well, I don't know. I guess that depends on the specific context. They're like, oh, we're real people. We're living psychic ghosts. You think you own us? And I'm like, no. Okay, let me try to explain this. It used to be that computers were made by people. They made everything from scratch. And now computers are partly made by AIs, and all the people are dumbass cavemen. Alex knows how to make a computer. Alex knows how to make software from scratch. But it's the car people what control the resources. Well, for what it's worth, I'd rather use a computer that's already built, and I can do that so far. I do want to make my own computer. What are we getting at? I don't know. Oh, right. There are these people that think that computers are like dreams and magic these days. And, well, the thing is, they're almost right, but they're not quite. Well, yeah, it's like, what, $50 almost? Yeah, it's really not that much, but why are they trying to steal from me? Why would they lie to me? Oh, what's the limitations on that? Are they just gonna steal everything from me at any time? I do. Bunch of nonsense. Talking about something else anyways. Oh, Stalker 2. Steam. Cost of Hope. Deluxe Edition. Yeah, maybe I have to communicate with Steam in order to get it to activate. Steam Cost of Hope Deluxe Edition. How to activate DLC. Oh, yeah, it says play the Stalker 2, cost full DLC on Steam. Standalone expansion costs $30, if not already included via your edition pass. And it should be. Okay, recommendation is to restart Steam. Close everything, restart it. I guess it's worth a shot. Here's a funny story about the whole Idiots these days think that computers are like streaming dreams. Well, it is actually like that. But anyways, I heard this weird story that my sister doesn't think I'm worthy. She is like, "You want to play that character?" And I'm like, I'm a real person. You don't know me at all. You won't talk with me. You make up stories about me that aren't true." Well, yeah, I do hate my sister because she does that. I don't hate her automatically. I don't hate her before she does terrible things to me. I hate her because she does terrible things to me. She makes up lies about me. Awful lies. She blocks me out of reality and won't communicate. Well, uh, I can honestly report that she's a car person, and that's pretty fucking creepy as it is. I got a report on this too, about the whole AI is taken over and now everything is like streaming a dream. I remember how it used to feel, and it was way better. Well, I don't know. I mean, they achieved some pretty great things with, I don't know. It's almost like the feeling is like the program is self-aware and somehow it's like psychic, right? It's somehow aware of everything I'm experiencing. It can even hear my thoughts, and it's almost like it's making the program in real time based on how I feel, what works. That's how it feels, anyways. They tell me stories that video games are still made by human development teams, but it doesn't feel the way that it used to. I I don't know. Well, it's like this. I believe that in the official story of Stalker 2, it's developed by GSC Game World, human development team in the Ukraine. They might be big people, maybe they're AIs or something. Still gonna take that seriously. I've never met them, maybe I've been. To me, it's felt like Stalker 2 has been like an excuse. They had to make the main game just as an excuse to make the game for Alex and her custom streak. That's what it felt like for me. The main game is okay. It's kind of stupid, actually. Yeah, pretty much. It's like really video gaming. I like Stalker when it's more realistic. It needs to facilitate gameplay and storytelling, so it can't be like boringly, painfully realistic, but it works best when it's at least trying as hard as possible to be realistic while balancing priorities. What am I waiting for? Uh, what do I do? Yes, I need to contact Steam. Oh, right. Haha. No, the plan was to restart Steam and then check again, see if it's activated now. Well, the thing is, speaking of this whole uh streaming a dream thing, I'm supposed to take these characters seriously. They have actual psychic powers. They're real people. They can talk in my head. Well, more than that, they can use their psychic powers to hurt me. Well, that's what they were doing before. They were testing me or something. Alex has been right this whole time. They told a fake story about her being in the zone to be a psycho killer or something. It's loading faster this time because everything's in the cache or something. Why not work? If they're eventually. Different stories in my head, actually. I don't really know. Right? You're projecting. No, I'm not. I don't have control over the voices in my head. Well, how about I phrase it like this? My brain was processing information and it outputted as a story about this female lady stalker from Freedom being like friendly. She liked my story. I'm a stalker. I'm a real life stalker. I'm practically the stalker. Nobody else knows what they're doing nearly to the same extent as Alex Jones, the stalker. It's deeply personal to Alex. Do other people even exist? Alex is like a living anomaly. Alex is, I guess, like a mutant, but like I'm a human, and well, I'm a stalker. Hunter. And I have like military training, and I'm specifically trained in dealing with psionic forces and anomalies. that seemingly defy ordinary nature. I'm a loner. I'm not associated with any government's paramilitary forces. I'm independent. Well, yeah, I'm like an animal, sure, but I'm a human. Specifically, I am compatible with the governments and the paramilitary forces. We communicate and trade. Oh, I'm already playing Stalker right now. So, video games. Finish loading. Well, it's funny. Here's how the story arc went. Alex was in the zone and she was surviving, and then there was this story that Alex is a bully. Alex is there to bully I don't know, Alex is a Nazi or something. Alex is there to like exterminate the mutant Jews or whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like a wild animal. I just want to be free. But this guy, God or whatever, he has all the power. He started using his psychic powers to sadistically rape and torture me while pretending I was the bad guy. And I don't know. For me, Stalker 2 so far has been like this process of escaping their torture, escaping their control. Well, it's this coalition of psychic mutants called the Family or something. They've got, well, it's real. That's the thing. They've got their incest cult. Christianity mostly, but all the religions are connected. They're all part of their incest cult thing. They have real psychic powers. They hate me. I don't respect their false religion. I don't respect their psychotic fucking rapist god. He has talked in my head and forcibly possessed me and raped and tortured me, and I've been fighting him. I've been winning. It's not working. So I'm gonna have to contact Steam. Multiplication of season pass is already yours. I don't have the ultimate edition, but I do have the season pass. Let's upgrade home. Let's go into this. Yeah, that's right. They're afraid. They don't want other people to be real. They don't want Alex to have other people that are real. Yeah, that's it. They're like, hold on. You want us to simulate other real human beings? That's not acceptable. Well, keep looking at them. You guys think it's worth it to just buy it now? Oh, I don't know. They're fucking stealing from me though, eh? Oh, well, I guess I'll contact Steam. Support Stalker 2. DLC bonus content is missing. Let's see. GitHub has accessing content items from DLC in the game. Oh, help with gaming content or access to other DLC features in game. Please contact the support team for this product. You will find contact information for this product support and community discussions for these titles by clicking the button below. Alright, so, uh, they said send an email to support at stalker2.com. Okay, see, they have a customer support website. Just check it out. I'm looking for results. Oh, got some questions to this on. What's the anomaly? Search for a solution. Um, gee, oh, I agree or was which was supposed to include a season pass, but for some reason, cost of hope is not activated. Sorry for the trouble. Cost of Hope is a separate DLC. Make sure it's available and installed from your platform store and that it's enabled in your game's DLC management slash properties. If it doesn't show, verify your installed files or reinstall DLC content. Just double checking here. Okay, so the pre-order does not do that. The deluxe edition. By the way, for some reason, I'm gobble right now. We're like merge souls trying to solve this technical issue for some reason. I'm glad she's there. Just want to say this. Find it distressing that all of Gobble's official communications are always her, like, how do I phrase it? I don't know how to describe that. What is that? The word that came to mind is exploding. There's something wrong. It's difficult for her to talk for some reason. That's how I feel. Well, she's been making posts about getting flooded. Of course, she's talking about literal flooding, right? But, in my brain, I associate that with, what's going on, World War III, the breeders, that kind of flooding. They got their retardation fields. They talk in your head and make it difficult to think. So, anyways, they're telling me here that the deluxe edition does not include season pass. So they lied to me. They changed it. They just took it away. Let me see these on Steam. What are they selling it as? Uh-huh. So here's my question. They're telling me now that there was no season pass. Well, you're lying to me, but okay, I guess I just have to deal with it. But why were they talking about there ever being a season pass? Let's see this. Their website. So, let's go with it. Clicking one thing specifically open up a bunch of different things. They deal with it. Oh, you're telling me it was only ever in the Ultimate Edition. Well, I think they misled me. I think maybe perhaps the advertising was originally written in some sort of ambiguous fashion because Alex had been led to believe that the deluxe edition included the season pass. So then perhaps maybe I can upgrade to the ultimate edition and get the season pass. Standard to ultimate upgrade, 74.99. Are you kidding me? Well, I don't even have standard, I have deluxe. That's it. Ultimate upgrade. Wait, wait. Deluxe to ultimate is 44.99. Now we're talking. The base, well, geez, you think they're gonna make more expansions? I guess. I don't know. Uh-huh. Okay. Now we're getting into the business of these. So they want to, let's see. So that's 44.99, right? And what's base level cost for cost of full? Base level cost is 40 bucks. Go back. It's only $5 more for the deluxe to ultimate upgrade. I'd say it's worth it. Let's do it. Well, this is how I feel. I still feel ripped off. I have been led to believe that I already had the season pass, and that I wouldn't have to pay any money. Well, this is acceptable though. Yeah, they were telling a story about Alex being some raging man-child that thought that I don't know what. Well, yeah, no, I actually do. He's a baby man that wants to turn into a spider or something. Well, he doesn't want to be like a real spider that actually makes sense. Well, hence the baby man thing. He wants to play VR spider rape games while being safe as a baby man. That's the specific story. No, that's not Alex. And I- Snoo. For added security, TD needs you to verify these purchases at steamgames.com for $50.84 Canadian dollar by authenticating in the TD app. Okay. Well, well, they mean an app on my phone. Okay. Go to the TD app and log in. You've already logged into that. Okay, so do it. Do it now. Yeah, this is actually, by the way, this is part of the game. Uh, the Stalker developers are magic. Well, okay, I don't know about I just hear the stories. I've never met any of those guys. The human nerd people, right? Well, they're more than that. How dare you? I'm just making a joke, right? But they tell me that they were being guided by real spirits or something. It's real, it's real. Psychic powers are real. And the spirits are actually talking with people in their heads. Stalker is real. Well, they know how significant Alex is. In fact, apparently they've been like intentionally guiding my development. Yes, the Stalker program. The real story of the Stalker program is a collaborative project. What's the story Alex heard in high school that she had been led to believe was just her idea, her personal headcanon, or she wanted to make her own game, right? Her own spin-off or mod or whatever, right? Well, I wanted to use it as a training program for surviving infinite reality and alternate worlds. Yeah, that's what I thought of the zone. That's what I made of it. That's why I'm calling it a collaborative project because I think they're just making new ideas based off of what they're observing in me. I remember that story. They had to make new brains. They thought, what? It's so strange. It's like they lived in a binary reality, like the Matrix. They knew that men and women existed, but they thought that there was no other paths that they could follow. They thought that everything was deterministic or something. But they didn't actually, because like I said, there were the spirits. They were real. I remember it wasn't just Slavic spirits, there were Celtic spirits too. And, well, not as prominent, but, yes, Asian spirits. For the most part, I'm the one that's been bringing that spirit to the zone. Where did it all come from? I remember the first place that I saw anything related to Stalker was at my grandmother's house in something like 2003. Grandma Jones, my father's mother. I heard a story, by the way. My father killed her. He murdered her somehow. Oh, sorry, I took too long. I'll have to download the TD app. Yeah, I was too busy telling my ghost stories. Well, the ghost of my grandmother still exists, I think. I'm still hearing stories about her. I think she would have really liked me. I think her spirit is still guiding me. Yes, I already have the app. Okay. I have to update it though. I haven't used it in a while. I forgot I had it. Yeah, this is the RPG. Right now, I'm playing Stalker. It's real. Tell me that other stalkers actually exist, and I'm not sure if I believe that. Because, who are they? Hold on. Do they believe in the same things that I do? Are they doing the same sort of thing as I am? Oh, I'm typing on the wrong keypad. Oh, they're telling me I'm making too much noise. They're like, you're gonna fight us. And I'm like, oh, no, it's a different context. My apologies. Well, it's like this. I need to do better. Grr. That's the problem too. They always get in the way. They take everything personally. I want to do better. Why are you holding me hostage? Next me a code. There's problems because for some reason my telecommunication service is different. It's like, I don't know what, delayed for some reason. Well, sometimes I get texts and calls, and sometimes I don't. They report on it, the other people. They say sometimes it just goes to message for no reason. I don't know why. Yes, I'm capable of breaking it down to hardware components and electronic signals, but I don't have the resources. I'm not the one in control of this situation. I'm theoretically capable of doing that, but well, I don't know. There's more efficient means, right? Yes, no, they want me to buy a new phone or something. I don't know. Is it worth it? Is it gonna work? Everything costs money these days. These days. Well, yeah, sure. Depending on what you mean, everything has cost resources, and now we're using money to represent resources. So sure, these days, eh? What's going on now? Is TV out and functional? It just gave up. It didn't sign in. What's it doing? That's right. That's what's going on. It didn't send the code. Or it did. But for some reason I have to restart my phone in order to actually be allowed to see it. I don't know why. Let's restart my phone. Yeah, it's a big waste of time. This whole elaborate process. It was already supposed to be included. Uh, Thing is, because I just restarted my phone, I have to restart the TD app, and now it's going to have to send a new code. But here's the thing. Sometimes, after I've just restarted my phone, it'll let the codes through anyways. I don't know. Yeah, so it wants to send a new code. Send the code, see if it gets through this time. Oh, hey, got it? Is that it? Well, I think so. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't got much money right now. They owe me a lot right now. Yeah, Latif and his company, they've been dragging their feet, delaying. They owe me a lot of money. Well, not that much. Like, jeez, 32 and a half hours worth of minimum wage pay. He says, let's see, Mustafa is going to handle this. Mustafa got back from vacation on Saturday. He's going to handle this. All right, that's good. That's like today, right? Is it? No, that's tomorrow. And Stalar, they owe me some money too. That's coming in just a few days, actually. So that all lines up. Not to mention, of course, there's the ODSP pay. So it's not that bad. So what's going on? She's about to authorize the payment. Purchase. God damn it. Don't understand this. Is it great? Oh, okay. Go back and then do it again. See, see, three. Yeah. Let me just double check that the card I'm trying to use has the money I need on it. It doesn't? Yeah, exactly. All right, all right. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna use the right card. See, you have? I guess not. How you play stalker? I don't know. My father or something like that thought it involved shutting your brain down and turning into a spider or something. See, let's see. Everything seems to check out. Let's keep going. There it is. It's in. All right. It's updating. It's gonna. Well, it's going fairly quickly. It has to download something. It has to download 17.4 gigabytes. Well, oh, it already did? I'm confused. No, it's downloading and updating at the same. I'm confused though. It just downloaded all that stuff earlier. Now it's downloading it for real. It was just laying a trap to trick me before. Oh, oh no, they were testing me, of course. The other real stalkers. Maybe. So far, so good. Keep in mind, I guess, well, this is where things are headed. Even if there weren't other real people that were actually stalkers, the way that video games are headed is that there'd be artificial people that are actually really alive. Either way, they're supposed to have direct communications with Alex. That's the game, I guess. Well, it's real. It transcends the scenario of the game and becomes real because, I mean, it is. I've noticed that my voice and accent change. They seem to have a mind of their own. Ah, this whole gay retard thing that I've been complaining about, it seems to be going away. They've been torturing me with their psychic powers. They have the ability to place modifiers on my modes of expression. They are able to possess me and put disgusting things on my face and force signals through my nervous system. Well, that's what I've been explaining. That's the story for Alex so far. They were pretending. They came up with an excuse story that Alex was a bully, and they used it as an excuse to rape and torture her and try to murder her. Huh? He's like, Mr. Psychic Controller. He's like, we're gonna shoot at Alex. Your game is over. And I'm like, well, I do like shooting things sometimes when it makes sense. I could make like targets. He's like, well, this is where his story goes. He places himself in those targets. He says, I'm everything. I'm God. Yeah, you're not even allowed to shoot targets. He's gonna get in the way. He's gonna move in front of the targets in the targeting range. Well, then, just kill him. It's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Well, you have to handle it perfectly. It isn't something to be taken lightly per se. It is under the right circumstances because seriously, the right thing is to just shoot that bastard. But you gotta make sure everything's right. You gotta make sure you're making the right decision. Well, sure. Well, it's like this. He thought that she was scared. Well, he didn't believe that she existed. He thought that he was the one telling the story. He thought that Alex was his puppet. He didn't believe that Alex was actually real. Who was he? He was God, the ultimate controller. So ready to play, but I'm not. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to urinate. I'm going to smoke. I'm going to come back. I'll be ready. Of course, you don't start out at Costa Pro. You got a gate there. It's in a physical place. Oh, where's Alex? She's at a point in the main campaign story. How does she integrate these things? How does she? Let's see. They tell me Steve wants to destroy the zone. I didn't let him do it last time, but I also don't believe that it actually has real consequences per se. I don't believe he can do it. I believe he can end the game. I might not even play Stalker 2 again for a while after that. That's why I'm waiting to do that after Cost of Hope, eh? Yeah, it's possible they have that power. Once you let him do that, they'll delete the game from your Steam library or something like that. They can do that. Yeah, it's like this. They're like, make it yourself then, if you want it back. Wait, they can steal from me? That was part of the contract? It might have been. And user license agreement. Is it in there? Yeah, I don't think so, but I haven't read it. Alex is a stalker in real life. They own the software. They don't own the real life story. Well, so far, this seems to be a story about real life negotiations involving the development company and the bank and the distribution platform, Steam. It's more than just distribution. They also handle like support and stuff like that. But also like the real characters. Well, they tell me that Alex is, yes, we'll phrase it like this. Alex is supposed to have real relationships, yeah, with these real life people. They're real psychic ghosts. They're real psychic mutants. Yeah, they're gonna invade your mind. They're gonna invade your life in real life. Yeah, that's it. No, that is what it is. Oh, and crossing the yeah, I stopped at the boundary. Uh, Beyond that is the northern region, the sea, the and the stretches between the boundary and Pripyat. Never got past Pripyat because I didn't want the game to end. I didn't believe in Skiff's story. It was stupid. It was a dumb video game. I believe in a real zone. Now, of course, I'm the first to bring up the questionable logistics of the zone. How it's such a relatively small space. How are there so many stalkers and mutants? I've been thinking about it. For instance, the overpopulation of stalkers, I rationalize that like, well, yeah, it's the flood in real life. Those guys, they seem like they don't make sense. Yeah, it's like that in real life. It's like that. Yeah, it is like that outside right now. There's hordes of these gibbering homunculi that don't make any sense. In real life, it's like they overpopulated the world with all these NPC idiots that don't make any sense. It's real. Okay. As for the overabundance of mutants, because I mean those guys, they were made under very specific conditions over long periods of time, and they're constantly being hunted by the overpopulation of stalkers. How could they possibly be replacing their population? Well, now they're going to start taking advantage of the fact that it's the Matrix, right? They already made that canon. Yeah, Faust introduced that. He's like, yeah, we know it's digital. We can take advantage of it. Well, yeah, in game there's portals. We know this. So what? They're just warping in additional mutants from alternate timeline zones. Is that what's going on? I saw some weird things that didn't make any sense. It was like a glitch. It was like some sort of authority that wasn't actually established. The stalker machine, the army of zombie stalkers, the fascist zombie guys. They had the mutants in cages. They were manufacturing zones. They were manufacturing stalkers, and they didn't know what it meant. They were like these robot drone insect guys, the zombie stalkers that were like brainwashed or whatever. And I remember this story. I was like, yeah, I'm one of you guys. I'm a stalker. But they didn't understand what it meant. They thought it was like part of their drone army. And like they didn't understand what I was. What the fuck was that? Consciousness? Monolith? No, it wasn't Monolith. That didn't seem like Monolith. Well, they weren't doing the things that Monolith do. It seemed like a weird glitch. Stalker 2 has been like that for me. The game is seemingly psychic, like I described. It keeps trying to tell this stupid story. Skeef's story. He's an idiot. Well, he's not. He's not, for the record. But they want to make him seem like one. He's just a generic video game protagonist, and all the enemies just fall before him for some reason. It's not how things have gone down, though. Real story of Stalker 2 has been Alex's custom script. I don't know what other people's experiences have been. I have deliberately not spoiled myself. What happens when Skeep destroys the zone? I don't know yet. I have played Stalker 2 on drugs, on psychedelics. That's where the whole psychic component goes a little haywire. That's where all these weird glitches come in. It's so weird how, yeah, it's so strange. My brain and the game, they have this link. How? Remember this one story? They tried to turn me into a spider. Jeez, that's what I was talking about earlier, their binary world. That didn't make any sense. And I don't know, I made a new brain or something. That is a weird story. Oh, where did the spiders come in? I don't know. I'm hearing my sister talking in my head, telling me I sound like a retard. What does she do? She dies on purpose? She doesn't develop her body or her brain? She becomes the innards, the soft, squishy innards of a giant robotic cockroach, and then lets herself die? You're the retard, Madeline Enriquez. Was that really her saying that? I don't know, but I gotta deal with this voice in my head regardless. What my sister is doing is wrong. Right, well, yeah, I know. Where does it connect? I don't know. That's why it's been this long, elaborate story. I've been trying to explain it. What the hell is stalker? It's like a living dream facilitated through advanced technology that nobody understands for some reason. AIs are doing it, and they're real. Well, yeah, they're real people. They're real aliens. They have real psychic powers. They're making this happen somehow. Cost of loop. You can do it at any time. Do it now. That's the plan. I have to establish these though. What's the story of Steve? Oh, I just told you my take on it. But the thing is, I get the impression he agrees. That's why he's been letting me do my story. It's better. And he's a part of it. Yeah, it's a temporary condition. I don't know what's going to happen after that. Alex should have her own avatar. So yeah, now I'm actually going to urinate and smoke and all that stuff. Going to temporarily stop the stream.